Hey, welcome back tonight. Getting stuff set up right here real fast. Get this echo taken off of my monitor. All right. Um, very sad news tonight. The monitors I've been waiting for weeks did not arrive, so I'm still on my old, I don't want to call them bad because they're actually very nice, but they belong to my other computer once my new ones arrive. So, yeah. Oh, of course, the moment I start the stream, George jumps up. I was trying to play with him. That's actually why I was about 15 minutes late, is I was trying to play with George before stream. And he just was not having it. Every time I moved next to him, he was just running away or walking away and not letting me get near, not letting me pet him, all that stuff. And the moment the stream starts, he decides that the most interesting thing in the world would be to jump up on my desk and start headbutting my mouse hand. So we're starting off tonight being trolled by our cat. A stream mascot, as you will. Also, I'll show this off again later, but I did get a new shirt. If you couldn't read, because it does, zoom out a little bit when I'm back there, it says "Behold Dog," and it's got the Turtle Pope from Elden Ring on it. Hey, George, what's up? Yeah, George is being very affectionate. Keep in mind, he ate about 20 minutes ago. He's kind of acting like he wants more food. He doesn't, though. He doesn't want food. He doesn't want attention. He just wants to be a brat. Actually, maybe he does want attention, but he just had the opportunity a minute ago, and he didn't. So what I'm getting out of this is what I need to start doing is pretend streaming for a few minutes before I start so that he can jump up here and do all of this and get it out of his system before I go to play. Yeah, you might be wondering what I was doing here in full farming gear as a spot to log in at. Well, let me show you. No, if I can click my mouse. What I was doing is I was farming up these wonderful things because this is the only spot I know of where to get them. So I was looking at some of the achievement requirements, and to get 100%, I'm going to need 30 of these. And off stream, I'm basically just farming up achievements at the moment because, after I run around and explore as much as I can, because I stop at bosses and I figure I can't find anything else in a zone, I have to stop, right? So that's what I've been doing. I'll probably get a few more levels out of it, I guess. I can't see what I'm hitting. Oh, trying to teleport to Firelink. It's very hard when there's a cat blocking that part of the screen. Also, mouse is going to be super dangerous right here because I don't want to punch the merchant, right? So we're just going to do this via keyboard. While petting George to keep him occupied. Actually, you know what? We're going to move the mouse entirely. Yeah, so I can arrow key this. As you can see down here, all the limited items, I used all of the money from farming those proofs to buy all of this stuff. So, yeah. I haven't been putting it into levels because I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of things. I don't want to just go farm. Or if I do farm, I will tell people I'm farming, and I might even do some of it on stream, but probably off stream. So instead, I just went through and bought all of the... No, George, don't touch the mouse. I just went through and bought all of the armor that I could. I haven't started on ammo yet. I'm not sure if I will here with these runes, with these souls, or what we'll buy with them. I'm probably just going to buy ammo. All right, George. Hey, don't knock over my water. He keeps inching towards the mouse. It's making me very nervous. So yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy. What do we want to buy? Fire. And those are dark. They're 200 each. I feel like I should just buy the feather because they get better distance. His tail is so funny right now. I wish I had a camera on it. All right, so about all of those. Now let's do the large arrows. Okay. Now let's do the standard arrows. We still have money left over. So soon we're just going to start running out of space. This will get us a couple hundred of the fire arrows. So let's do these. We'll start building the collection. And then the last few of these that we can buy. And there goes all of our souls. What a good use of money that is. Sorry, I've got George here. I need to convince him to lay down now. Here. Over here. Come. Lay down. Hey, lay down. Lay down. He's not cooperating. I'm not going to kick him out of the room. I still feel guilty about that the other day. So what I could do is I could pick him up and that would just piss him off. But I don't want to do that either because he's trying to be happy and affectionate and nice. Here, I'm done here. That's a good boy. Okay. If you don't have cats, he is a 13-year-old toddler. Like that's actually what he is, just mentality-wise. Except his hands are knives. And his mouth is a knife. And his feet are knives. Very terrifying thought, right? But yeah, see, like, I feel like I have too many levels as is. And I'm not going to add some from farming. Okay, that's enough, George. You go down here. Down here. Oh, down. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Hey, down here. Oh. All right. You stay there. Stay there. Stay. Okay, anyways, status, you can see here, 66 strength. I did level up to that point. I'm not doing it anymore because, two-hand puts me at 99. So I don't know what I'm doing for future levels either. I could start going dex and just gain a little bit off of a quality weapon, I guess. Or I can maybe do a respec at some point. All right, well, George is now grabbing my hand with his claws. Oh, down. Down. Trying to find something to distract him with. What can I throw? Hey. Here. Here's plastic, George. You want it? Come here. All right, he's interested. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Yeah, yeah, go get it. Down. Down. Okay. Hey. All right, I moved his cat tree away. He might have gotten the message now. I still feel guilty even doing that because he's looking at me now like, what's going on? Yeah, he's actually frustrated. He's now like clawing the cat tree. All right. I could find I could find toys on the ground and throw those for him, but we might do that in a bit. I want to actually be streaming, not babysitting my cat for the moment. I do that every day. All right, so these are going off. This stays on. This stays on. This armor is too heavy, so it goes off. Yeah, I might have gotten a lot of Silver Knight armor. I did find this Painting Guardian stuff. I've not looked at what the set looks like yet. So have to see how I like it. It is not as fashionable as the other set. That one's not great either. I do like this one, but my character looks a little bit too much like beef jerky to use it. I like this one too. It gives me very early Part 2 Naruto vibes. This one would be nice too, if not for the beef jerky look. We just go whole beach outfit with Pyromancer stuff. This one I think is still like the most fashionable in my opinion. So we're gonna do that one, and then I do like these mirror trousers. I think I can wear something slightly heavier now, but we're gonna stick with it because then I can use these. And this great sword was just for farming. The regular non-farm weapon I'm using is this, just a big piece of wood. Can switch the shield back over to, this is health regen, and this is XP. We don't want either of those. We want stamina right now. If I'm going for a boss loadout, I'm going to use this. Not going to bother with a bow or a fist or anything. We'll go with this armor for the time being. Ring of Favor, +3 stamina ring. I am not going to need Havels because, as you can see, I'm actually in a pretty good spot right here. I could put a helm on, but they look ugly. Could go just go human for looks. I could also go, we could go this because it's actually kind of useful with a club. And then I don't really know what else for a ring. Doing the increased Estus is kind of nice. Going strength is pretty much useless. Wear a milk ring. That's very Skyrim-like. They insult people by calling them milk drinkers. Oh, I can also go with this. This thing is actually kind of nice as a ring. That puts us at 25.8. So, I mean, I could wear some slightly heavier armor. I was trying to find something that's fashionable and heavier, and I've not really come up with much yet, other than putting this crown on. It's the best I've come up with so far. Other alternative would be something like the blindfold, just because it gives me more of like a superhero feel. White preacher head, 3 words that should never be uttered in a row, is not very good, is it? The mask is unfortunately ragged and looks pretty run down. I can use this because you don't really see anything. It's just free stats. But I do like this. So this is what we'll go with. This leaves me on a light roll. And I have multiple bosses that I've found. I found Midir. I dropped down in the arena and saw what it was, because I do remember, I've seen other people fight Midir, and I've seen, the start of that fight. So I know, what was about to happen. And I'm kind of leaning towards trying Midir tonight for a little bit. At least for a little bit. Maybe not forever, but we'll see. And if I'm not feeling it, maybe we go kill... There's 2 bosses right now we have access to in the main story. There's one in Lothric's castle and one in the Consumed Garden. I've not gone through the fog wall on either, so I don't know what they are. Then we have Midir, and then we have another fog wall in here, and I don't know what that one is either, but I do know it exists. So that's multiple bosses I can try out. Also, I did find the Purging Monument. So I found our good buddy, Lap. I finished that quest, and never in my life have I regretted not killing an NPC more that I've come across. That was quite a reveal. And I am kind of upset with myself for not doing anything about it. Anyways, actually, you know what? Let's see. Well, Elray is unfortunately not on. I kind of wanted to let him see my first thoughts at Midir, but oh well, the show must go on. Yeah, so I mean, I know he does wake up. As you can see, I teleported out before he even woke up. So this is like an actual true first time fight, even though I did find this room. Now, I do know a little bit about the fight. I've heard he's similar to Bale, rather than like other dragons. I've also heard he has very high health. So he seems to just murder me if I am underneath him. All right, so he's gonna bite me and kill me. Cool. So I took one or two fire hits there, and then I think 2 swipes before the last one got me. There is one part of this fight that I'm already noticing I don't like, which is the run back. Can't really be helped, I guess. I mistake America's so much. As we get to wait for the ladder. Also, I hope my camera is light enough today. I noticed the ISO level is higher. I dropped the lights that were in front of me because they were kind of hurting my eyes. So they're all a lot lower now. And the camera just, lets in more light instead. Which does lead to artifacting. So hopefully, I don't think my stream's high enough quality for that to be an issue, but you never know. Oh, I'm running the wrong way. That's what I get for not paying attention. Hell went straight ahead. When I was under him, they went, like, spread out, I think. BRB, I want to fix one thing real fast. My room is very hot. I'm going to drop the AC down a little. BRB. All right, much better. I dropped my AC by like another 10 degrees. So hopefully it cools down sooner. Instead of like my neighbors where their AC just broke. It would really suck for that to happen. Maybe it cools down enough that I can wear the Goku shirt again. Although I actually almost ruined one of my black shirts that I had because the orange fuzz on that one just got stuck on it. So I have to change shirts if I do bring out the Goku hoodie. Oh, I'm dead. All right. Boss has gotten us twice. That's gotten us once. Wrong way. All right, third attempt. Let's see how this one goes. How did I not get hit there? She seems to constantly turn and aim for me. Oh, cool. So he's going to charge as well. That's a new move for us. Tail swipes, nothing new. Bad boy, let me bonk him on the head. Probably going to want to wear Fire Resist. Dive Bomb. I think the Dive Bomb was new. Definitely seeing what people are talking about with the Bale similarities. Oh, that's new. Okay. Still going to call that a Bale similarity. Placidra Sax is close enough. Or Midra. I'm sorry, not Midra. The other one, Mother of Fingers, with those lasers. So we saw 3 more new attacks there. Let's try again. I feel like once I learn these attacks, it should be okay. Most stuff here seems to be poise, or just surviving an attack or two, not really needing like sustained damage or anything, or damage reduction. Oh, no, that's... It's him about 3 times harder on his head. Oops. Oh, well, that's what I get for trying to type to someone. George is being very funny right now. He's climbing my chairs. Alright, let's see how this goes. So it tagged us a little bit. So if I go for 2 hits, I get tagged. Knew that was going to happen, but I lived. So... Maybe I don't go for light attacks. Maybe I should like, dodge more and then just try and do, like, a running bonk. Because that'd be quicker than a heavy. Heavies are just so slow with all these weapons. It looks like I just do 1 and then go back to evasion. I feel like this boss might take me a couple of days. Alright, so that's 278. That's not very good. No. Definitely wanting the stamina. Pace of this fight is very low. Or very slow, I mean. I'm dead. Alright, so we definitely want fire resist until we're good at getting out of that. So let's get rid of this. It's definitely not going to be very good for us here. So we can go this. I'm not sure on physical because I am still taking physical damage. I could see removing this, but I think it's going to give me... I might actually go Havels and get rid of this. We'll have to see. And go more fire resist. So I want fire and physical. So I can do that. This can do fire. Does some physical. Let's see what else would do that. Jailer robe, that's pretty heavy. Although it's only 0.6 for some really nice physical improvements. Desert Pyromancer would be a lot lighter. I do lose a bit, but I could probably make it up on other pieces. Like I could go heavier pants. The only thing is I really don't like the hollow look. Antiquated dress drops a little bit of physical. Could go Black Witch. Sorcerer robe is a possibility. None of this heavy stuff is an option for now. Anything over about 5 is just an automatic no. So I feel like Desert Pyromancer garb is one of my best options. I'd have to give up a ring to make it look good, so we're not going to do that. They can go Ordained Dress. And then go lighter. Well, no, I need to go lighter here too. It's like Maiden Robe is okay. I think we can go maybe Robe of Prayer. Black Witch. You know what? We'll do Black Witch garb. And then the pants don't matter. We can just do anything Miyazaki approved and maintain the look. So we're looking for something that's hopefully better on either physical, fire, or both. Looks like it needs to be about 5 weight or less as well. Actually, less. Too heavy. Although, well, actually, no, that's going to be too heavy even with the Havel ring. This might not. Yeah, and this can still look okay. Conjurator boots look pretty good. Pyromancer trousers look really good for both the weight and fire resist. Could go loincloth. We can also go leather boots. Could ditch the crown if we needed to. I don't think I have any... Actually, no, I don't have any other good helms, unless... Like this, maybe. Or this. I would have to get some really good physical gloves, though, for that to work. Yeah, I don't like any other helms. We might even just ditch this entirely. And then maybe go... Go like these. Unless I can find something even better. Yep, we'll go with that. And then that leaves us a little bit of wiggle room here on the boots to find. Go with these. They do show ankle. That's close to what Miyazaki would demand. Let's go these. They have toe. No, but from certain angles, it looks like they're those little toe shoes. So I will accept. Actually, no, I won't. Because we're not going to have a dress on our character. We're going... All right, we're going with the Black Witch. Yeah, if we don't get toe or we can at least get some ankle and heels. And then we can just go quite a bit heavier on a piece of armor. We can go Cleric Blue Robe. Just a quick pass through to make sure nothing really seems like too out of line on these stats. Because, I mean, we could lower weight by up to 1 and get that Pyromancer crown. Like, if we went this, still looks a little ugly. Maybe from the back it'll be okay. Because we're not going to see our character from the front much. It's either too heavy or too light. Assassin's armor is really close. Follower armor is not going to get us there on fire. Yeah, it would have to be something down here. Could do Jailer Robe. Does have quite the armor on it. And I can add a little bit more on the legs. Oh, you know what? No, I did put those on. Okay. We're still light roll. It's not quite as fashionable as I would want. It's really more of like an Amish cosplay. Minus, I guess, the head covering. But it'll do. It'll do. If it gives us some fire resist, some survivability. It's probably not going to do either. Oh. All right. 2 deaths to that. 5 to Midir. Oh, well, I need to put on a certain lurk tab. Hey, Luminoth. Yeah, gonna try Midir tonight. I've done a couple of attempts so far, but not too many. I've got 4 bosses available I can fight right now, and I know nothing about any of them. I have Midir, I have something behind a fog wall in some church, something I think King's Garden, and then something in Lothric Castle. And out of all of those, I figured, why not do Midir? The dress, like, going up like that as I go down is really funny. I think this is more of like something I should be doing later game, but honestly, I'm over a level 100. Is there really a later game in this at this point? Like, my weapon's max level. I should be like as high as realistically assumed for this stuff. I don't think there's really a any true late game past this, right? I should really stop doing that when he's resting. I heard that Midir is a lot like Bale. I'm definitely seeing it. But I'm also, like, struggling to learn the attacks still. Yeah, I did see some lasers at one point that made me think Placidusax. Oh, thank you for the first, James. That one I'm still struggling to figure out how to avoid. But he does seem to always breathe fire underneath him if I'm standing under him. Unfortunately, I can't seem to run out of it quick enough to, like, use it as some sort of bait. Instead, I'm treating it, or I'm trying to think of it more as like how Calamite would just drop down on you if you got under him. But then he does that stuff even when I'm not under him. missed attacks again. Nope, dead. That swipe is really weird. I feel like I'm dodging it, but it still hits me. Like, the hitbox is really long or something. Yeah, I didn't really level off stream, but I got some XP on accident, I guess, so I feel like I should be plenty high enough for this. Although, I mean, I could always grind out more and actually min-max, but I don't really want to. I feel like... Oh, I'm dead. Oh, never mind, not dead. Just going into this down a heal. That works too. So I got another shirt here, Luminoff. It's really hard to read when I step back. But it is it is Turtle Pope, and it says, "Behold dog." Yeah. Funny thing is, I rescued a turtle from the road the other day. Then I got this in the mail that same day. It definitely feels like I have to just sprint after him. Otherwise, I'm not going to be in range to do any hits before it gets up. Man. I have this bad habit of trying to go for 2 or 3 hits. I just need more control over when I hit my attack button. Well, that would kill him if I hit about 20 times harder. So, what can I do to increase my damage 20-fold? As you can see, I don't really have the hand-eye coordination tonight to successfully ride down the elevator. I've also died on this ladder multiple times. It's been about 1 death on the ladder for every 3 to Midir. All right, good opener. We forced him to attack us. He even did a back step because he didn't want to take my attack. Oh, I got so greedy right there. Yeah, only once have I gotten out of range of that. So sometimes he does 2 swipes, and it feels like sometimes there are 3, where he goes like right, left, right, or others it's I think right, left. So struggling to tell when he has the follow up. I just know he's backhanding me every now and then. I don't want to go full heavy armor, but I am thinking about it just as a joke with the Katarina armor or something. Maybe black iron. I don't know. Not gonna do it, but I'm thinking about doing it a couple times just to see how bad he can smack me. I would love to beat this guy tonight, but I don't think I'm realistically going to. So it's 4 hits, not the 3 I was expecting. So far, I've not seen him have a bleed proc. So I'm thinking about maybe using one of my other weapons that are a little bit larger. Second time we've outrun the flames. That was not aggressive enough. Yeah, I might try out the Cathedral Sword here. And some heavier armor. See what happens if I medium roll. I mean, do Cathedral Sword just because I already have it upgraded. And I kind of know the swing timings. So we went with that, and then I don't even know what heavy enough armor would be. I don't think the Pyromancer garb is heavy enough. Could probably want to use what? I think I have a Dancer is low fire. Probably Black Knight armor, given the lore. So I should have fairly solid fire resist. Oh, so yeah, Luminoth, I found the Purging Monument and I finished Lap's Quest. I never in my life have I more wanted to kill some sort of NPC, and am I more disappointed in the fact that I did not kill it. I can maybe take off the steel protection, but I think this might be better and go Havels. I do lose some stamina, but that's probably okay. 60.5. Oh, why does the game hate fun? All right, close enough. I don't know if I'll do this armor the whole time, but it'd be nice just to survive a little bit longer to learn move sets, if nothing else. Also, I get that really cool drop. I think that was 244 on his tail. Yeah, this vertical attack is really strong, it seems. He's still on the drink. Yeah, the overhand is pretty nice here. Weapon might not be what I want to use, but the moveset is good. I can do light load with the sword. It just it won't speed up the swing. Oh. You know what I'm realizing? I do have some extra emote slots. I kind of want to get the Turtle Pope as an emote. Know all of the art bots out there. I already actually know what artist. Actually, one of two different artists that I would ask for it. All right. Murdered by fire. Okay, so going for the combo is not a good idea with the sword. It's just too slow. Ow. We're gonna get to heal. Are we gonna live? Are we gonna live? We live. So that's the second time we've seen the laser. The first time it actually one-shot us. I don't know if it would now that we have more armor. Yeah, that's what happened last time. So it's not twice in a row. That means probably it's starting at like 75%, because that was a new record for how far down we got him. So it's got to be, I'm assuming it's another attack that opens up at those hit points. I definitely need to not be doing that second attack. I say right as I do the second one again. Although I could have dodged if I were a little bit quicker on hitting my buttons. I'm still going for the 2 because I'm dumb. Maybe I was just being too aggressive there, not healing enough. Or maybe I should go to one hand. Well, I have to do it. I guess I can do a non-charged heavy on one hand and still get the overhead. That might be an option here. I don't think the shield has very good fire resist, but let me look. Yeah, so if I use this shield, blocking the fire is not really an option. However, this one is 90. It's also super heavy. 6, 38, 50, 55. Another 90. On the small shield, which is much lighter, that I apparently can't use because I would have to level 3 times for the Instant Faith. I'd be willing to do that. I think there's more shields that I have in storage. So I could look if I need to. Is the running attack still overhand? It is. But it's also kind of slow. Dead. Why does it feel like I was doing better with the slower swing timer when it was two-handed? I'm going to try that one more time. I might actually be swinging faster because I don't have to stop and think about the fact that I have to hit shift in order to do that. I just get to do it normally. Actually, are they the same time? Whoops. It's about 2 seconds. Oh. I think the two-hand swing is actually quicker. All right, ad break almost over. Perfect timing. I do like that the fall into his arena is basically perfect to take a sip of a drink. Yeah, so the big problem I'm having on that attack is I can't read when he's doing that or when he's standing up to get ready to swipe. And I seem to lose lock on either one as well. So I'm not really sure how to tell those apart yet. All right, maximum punished. Still in the game. Should not have healed them, though. That is one thing I'm doing a... See, that right there when he stands up, I can't tell when it's that or this. All right, so every other laser has been when he's a lot lower on health. I thought it was maybe like starts at 75%. But since he did that, Am I either triggering the lasers somehow, or is it just random and I got really lucky on that good attempt? I kind of want to complain about this run back, but every time I do, I think about Bed of Chaos, and I just, my will to complain disappears. Really? Oh, I thought I was doing so well for a moment too. But that was a lot of fire damage on that hit. At least I think it was fire damage. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is just like a whole troll thing, and his damage is actually magic, not fire. Or maybe it's lightning. Or with the way it emptied my bar, maybe it just is curse with a really high amount of curse on the attack. I know that one's not true if anyone's taking me seriously. Because I still get a death animation. That I would not, or I get an animation I wouldn't see with curse. But not for all the others. The rest of that was only semi-joking. Heal time. Oh, never mind. That's new attack. We've not seen him grab us yet. Let's just enjoy the death. Okay. So I do have a few other options if I wanted to. I could farm up the stuff to do a different weapon. Like, I can use this, but I've not actually tried it. So let's see if I even like the moveset. I took it because it looked like a very big, heavy weapon. Doesn't seem overly slow. Yeah, it's the same moveset. It looks like maybe a little quicker, maybe a little slower. I don't know. Executioners is an option as well. Let's unequip the rest. We're just gonna like play with these for a second and see if there's anything moveset wise we like. I would have to put on some decks for this. I don't know if I can. Yeah, that's how we'll get the stats. Yeah, that one's not going to work because they're side to side and we want the overhead swings. Which is good because it's really heavy. Oh. Wrong button. It's fast, but I really want that overhead because it seems like I just get a little bit more of an attack window. See, like that could work too. It is an axe though, rather than a sword, which means the penalty for missing is a lot higher. However, that second attack for the follow-up is a lot better. So I could go with this weapon. I do have upgrade materials to get to +9, as you can see. Tons of shards, tons of titanite, not as many chunks, but I can get more, that's no problem. So I could switch to one of those weapons. I think I also bought the machete from Yorm. I don't know if that's better or worse, but I do think I have it. Ideally, it'd be something that's not heavier than this, but it could be a little bit, because like I can drop the Silver Knight helm, no problem. So like up to 20.9 is probably comfortable. The Great Sword, I think I would have to use Ring of Favor to use the Great Sword. So I would be giving up defense at that point. But that could be okay. Thought for a second I had the wrong weapon equipped. Sucks is I knew that was going to happen too. And I still like, I'm just trying to learn the patterns of where to attack, where to dodge, all that stuff. Once I feel comfortable, I might burn embers on this fight, but I did buy all of the embers that are available, so this is our total supply. And when they're gone, they're gone. Although, I mean, some enemies have dropped them, so in theory I could farm some if I were truly desperate. But I hope to not hit that point, because I really don't like farming in these games. Seems like I do it in every single one of them at some point. But I think it's generally not like a good mechanic. See, that's the one that I am having trouble reading. Of course. At least we'll have a quicker elevator ride back next time. Also, I really like they don't just give you a fog door for this fight. I think that's pretty cool. Hmm. Knew that one was going to happen. I end up panicking and trying to heal, but the thing is, if you dodge the thing, then you heal when you're near him, but you can still get your attack in. That's the problem I'm having here. Since I'm basically trading on every hit right now, I feel like I'm having to heal during my attack window. Which I feel that way because I am having to do that. He does do the roar, which is a really easy heal window, but you can't really count on that one. Too slow on the roll. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but dodging to the right on him does not feel right. Dodging left feels right, but you can't dodge left on those swings that go go from his left to right anyways. Maybe I should try the axe. How many souls, how many pocket runes do we have? I have a bunch. I'm gonna guess, I don't know, maybe 10k to upgrade. We're just gonna kill these guys basically twice. That should be enough to level, I hope. Or not level, to level the weapon, I mean. Although I'm not sure which one to use, because as I was saying, I'm pretty sure I took the machete. Let me look. Yeah. So this might be the one I actually want. I think it uses different Titanite as well. We do have the stats for it. But actually, since they do use different Titanite, maybe I can't, well... The other ones seem a lot worse to farm, if I even can. I don't know if I found a farm spot for them. Hey, look at that. Proof of a Concord without any drop rate items. That's really good. So I have to check Microsoft Teams real fast while we do this. A work thing just came up that I apparently need to answer. I want to test the moveset on both machetes as well. I think I grabbed it out of the box, right? So first thing, let's test range. Not very good range, is it? Looks like it, well, it does go out like right here, and it is a overhead. How about the other one? Okay, so this one is definitely better range. Or looks like it. Maybe they're the same. No, I think this one's better range. So let's level this one then. Be very careful about what buttons I hit so I don't kill anyone. All right, so this uses scales. I'm very scared to use scales. It gains 40 damage on another slab.
Pretty be careful.
like another 10%. What was the weight on this? 14 versus 15 is nice. What's the other one? 19. Yeah, so this is the one we'd want to use if we use this. Yeah, so I go like this. We could then, what else could I do? I could maybe go for a slightly heavier helm. Like this one. Or this one. And the question is, do we want the steel protection, or would we rather have something else like this and go even heavier? I think this is probably good. Is it a two-hand I have to do? Yeah. So we can do a two-hand and a roll, but we'll be pretty negative on stamina. I think that'll work out, though. Hopefully. Maybe. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick as well. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I have to answer this work text also. So I will BRB. All right, I'm back, and I am so glad it's a holiday weekend. So glad. Glad enough that I think in celebration of a holiday weekend, I'm just going to take Friday off of work as well. Because I'm gonna need it. Obviously, I can't go into details for work, but it's I'm gonna be loving tomorrow. But as long as I get my morning coffee, I can power through it. Because work pays the bills to get infinite coffee. It's a wonderful thing. Well, the attack still looks pretty good for a plunging when you plunge down the hole. I rolled too early. But I think I did either more damage or very similar damage on a quicker swing speed, it feels like. Which is also why I rolled too early, because I'm used to needing to do the swing there and then insta-dodge. Whereas here it was just swing and then I had a second. Okay, so slash. I think sharpen just gets me health when I attack. So 594 versus what? 580? So they are very similar. $50, $60, $40, $50. Bit worse at blocking. Yes, I think sharpen gives me a small amount of health on swing. Let's test. Hit me, please. 814. All right, let's check something. Is this an actual damage buff? No, same damage. Maybe it's heal and kill. Oh, I still have sharpen on. That's why. We need to wait for that. Okay, it's gone. Now let's test this. Okay, so about 10% damage. I don't know if there's time to actually use that, but it's nice to know I have that buff available a couple of times. Dead, right? Yep. Gotta answer another thing. At least it's on Discord. Only the rest of my typing during the fall. Oh. In honor of the new Final Fantasy Magic cards, and one of them being Kefka, I have something to say about the flames like that, because it's a quote from Kefka as he is murdering the Emperor. Said quote is, "Run, run, or you'll be well done." Is that a new attack? It is. Alright, well, we're very negative on stamina right here. Why do so much better last time? Alright. At least I'm consistently hitting him once or twice before I die. And we've got him like 60%, I think, twice. Ah. Oh. Taking 2 hits again. Oh, we still took the hit. I don't like having to heal when I'm at like 60%. I'm also terrified of being trampled. Or that. See, that's what I'm terrified of and why I end up healing. And then there the heal got me killed. I think what I should do is take off Ring of Steel Protection and add on the Estus. I think that'll help. really need to learn how to dodge that move. It's draining way too much Estus. Then I get trampled. That's fine though. I think we're making a little bit of progress. We're hitting him like once or twice still, but I'm very, very, very slowly learning how to dodge these. Eventually, it will be beaten into me, and I will dodge them. I can hope. Oh, almost fell down the ladder again. That's what I get for tabbing out. So I'm trying to answer questions for people as I do this. I don't normally have to tab out and answer Discord quite so often, but today was a day. Tomorrow is also a day. If only these were not just cans of plain water with carbonation. But maybe some other sort of drink. I'd be more happy about it. Really? So I guess I get trampled without steel protection on. Which means I'm gonna be better off with steel protection than with Estus Ring. Unless, what if we put this back on, drop Havels to this, 86.4, 95.2, and with nothing is 86.4. Okay, so 80, so this is like 6%, this is more than double. So I would have to drop I'd have to drop the helm and some other stuff. That's no good. I'm trying to think of what I could maybe do. How much fire resist is this thing? I think it's a lot, right? I do have a lot of other fire resist on my gear. So what if I do it like this? Because where I feel like I'm using the one that wastes heals is on the other fire that hits me. So if I do this, I'm wearing very high fire resist armor anyways. Maybe this is still okay. And now I can have, the defense so I can be better tank. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. The other option is maybe I just wear the that other ring. Oh, I heard the hit. I didn't think that was me hitting him. I thought it was him hitting me, and I don't know. We'll try again. No, he kind of stepped on me almost. Hey, we survived the trample. Cool. Oh my god. It is our lucky day. Not doing fire? Should have rolled. So that is pretty close to what we were doing for our best. That's like 1 in 10 we're doing that good now. Why does he hate me? We're just gonna tank that. I need to learn that trample. I'm definitely more tanky here. I'm not really sure what else I need to do, though. Oh, by the way, announcements that I forgot about. We hit 200 followers, technically. I'm actually down to 199 right now because followers either got banned or unfollowed or something. Who knows? Either way, it's currently 199, but I think the follow page says over 200, so that's the one number I'm going to go with. So I'm going to do a little celebration for being over 200 follows. And not that follows matter, especially not 200. But I still appreciate it. And also, there's other like big things happening at once. I have my affiliate anniversary. I bumped it to Sunday. It was actually yesterday by the true date, but I said it to happen on Sunday. So we're gonna have that going on. Probably another like maybe 12-hour, especially since Monday's a holiday, so I can be irresponsible. And then on top of that, believe it or not, it is George's birthday in 9 days. So I haven't decided if that's going to be its own stream or if it's going to be something entirely different, but whatever day I do it on, there's gonna be lasers too. Hey, I lived. That's cool. I don't know how I got hit on both of those, but on all three of them, but whatever. Anyways, whatever day I decide to do George's birthday, it's going to be sometime in June, probably. I am going to take a break from Souls-likes for a day, a week, I don't know. As long as it either takes me to beat the game or enjoying the game. And I think I'm going to download Stray and play it, since it's all about a cat. Hey, Elray, how's it going? So I'm probably going to play that on stream. Whenever it's his birthday. Caveat being, if Lies of P DLC somehow comes out during that time, his birthday is going to be put on hold, and instead we're just going to make a game out of hunting the cat down in Lies of P every time you go to the hotel. We'll have to play Stray some other time. George won't actually notice or care. I keep looking at him. I moved his cat tree away from my desk because of how attention-seeking he was at the start of stream. Now he's just curled up sleeping. Hope you're doing well today, Elray. I healed too soon. I'm doing okay. Midir keeps tricking me with his attacks, though. They're very well telegraphed, and I'm not used to them, so I keep making mistakes. Like dying to this fire. Or trying to heal when his head goes down and you get free bonk time. I'm dead. I cannot figure out how to get out of this fire consistently. Still can't seem to read that move when that's happening or when he's just getting back to swipe at me. Since you can't see his head, all you can see is his body, and to me they look identical so far. So I'm not really seeing anything yet. I did see the embargo on Lies of P was released today. Leo was showing me that. So I checked it out earlier. It sounds really cool. I have no problems with them adding difficulty levels to the game, I guess, like a difficulty slider, but well, not no problems, but it's not like a huge deal to me. I do worry that it's going to reduce the quality of the game, though. I think these types of games do better without a difficulty slider. Because the ones that have had it have been... have had a lot worse combat. I don't like having to constantly reestablish lock-on on Midir. See, like there, I should have gone for his head, but I didn't. I am having really good results with the Great Axe, though, I think, or with the Great Axe moveset, I think. You just get that overhead swing so you can hit him. And then, if you hit him on some of these, you can get a second attack as a follow-up. But then things like that happen, and I get trampled out of nowhere, and I'm not sure what got me. Because I don't think he's hitting harder as he gets lower. I think some of these attacks are just... I don't know. I know, like, the trample can almost one-shot me. The grab has definitely one-shot me. The fire seems to be variable based on how close I am to where he's breathing down when it hits me. And then the laser has been not a guaranteed one shot, but it does like 90% of my health. I was tempted to start using embers, but I only have like 60 of them. If I was using from the start of this, I would be down to like 30 now. So I need to know his moveset more before I consider it. See, like, fire still hits me. I don't know what else I can do, because by the time I see the flames, it's too late to get out of it. I'm dead, yeah. Can't really roll out of it. Can't really, like, run from it either. It feels like. I guess if I'm directly in front of him, I can turn and run backwards and it works. But when I'm directly in front of him, like, I can't really roll side to side and then end up in front of him. It's that same weakness I have with Malakath, where I just don't know how to play these games properly and roll. So I like roll forward. Also, what I found is the timing with the axe. If I hit him when he's down, if I go for the second attack, if I roll forward, I will dodge his swipe, it seems like. If I roll to the side, though, there's not enough time. There is enough time if I use the Executioner Sword. Or if I only do one swing, but then if I do only one swing, I actually have to wait before I roll. And then I seem to be getting hit more because of the timing. See, look at that. That's nonsense that he just... I have no idea how that did not hit me. He charges, and then he jumps back. It's like a... the sort of move you see in Divinity Original Sin 2. See, like, how do I get out of that? He finishes his swipe, goes right into the fire, and I don't have time to do anything. And there I missed his head. I went for body shots instead. Maybe I'm just being too greedy trying to get a second headshot. Even though, like, the Great Axe has a really fast follow-up. That's the other thing that's getting me, is I can't tell his combos when he's going to do 2, 3, or 4 swings. Like, that one was 4. I'm going to heal because why not? We have hit a new record for how low his health is. So that's something. Oh, is this a phase 2? All right, music change, black particles, must have been a phase 2. So that is our first phase 2. Either it's like one of those random things, like, you know, an infinite number of monkeys eventually typing out Shakespeare, or we're getting better. As Tony Stark would say, it's 50-50. Yeah. I don't know. I vote. You vote for the Tony Stark option, 50-50? I agree. I could try and work the sharpen buff in if I only do one attack, because when he jumps in, well, when he jumps in the air, I might be able to get it. I don't know if it's worth it, though, because it seems to be about 10% more damage. But I would probably only get it on a handful of attacks. I maybe only get like 3 or 4% damage over the whole fight out of it. Oh, I don't know how I avoided that, but I'll take it. But now I'm dead. Avoid a fire into run back, tail swipe, another fire. Why did I even try and dodge the first one? If I could use a second shield, I would, just for something with better fire resist. But the two-hand seems to be better for an overhead attack than having shield out. Unfortunately, this thing doesn't really guard against fire that well. I could try blocking the fire, I guess. Or at least take a third of it off. And run away from less than a third of them. Alright, hit on the opening attack. We're off to a fantastic start. Alright. Getting better it is. I think it's been... probably an hour of attempts so far since I fought him and didn't land one hit. Exactly, Elray. You were right. An hour since I've gone without landing a hit, I think. I was looking at that hit, and the amount of damage I do, it feels like if I can just figure out how to do about 20 times the damage per hit, he should die. In one hit. Do I respec to a one-hit build? Make it happen? Or do I respec, get rid of all of this post-soft cap strength where I am two-handing and going from 66 to 99 strength, effectively. Add in dex, do like, you know, the 27 strength, 40 dex nonsense that is technically better. Throw the rest into hit points and figure out what sort of weapon would work on a quality build that still does the overhand. There's got to be one that I own somewhere. One thing I have been noticing, though, is he does not seem to bleed. And I was really thinking he would. Alright, we got one hit. Quota's fulfilled. Oh, I just noticed those neck shots did not count as head damage. They're only doing half. I thought they did full. Interesting. That means taking a little bit longer to get in front of him for one hit is going to be less stamina and same damage of swinging twice at his neck. So, just like a really bad puppy, if you're the sort of person who would beat a dog, you hit him on the nose constantly. I think is what, the way this works. Well, if you're not that sort of person, you do what I do with my cat and just like gently touch him on the nose, and it's like a love tap thing. Oh, Elray, you didn't see the shirt. Got my my Turtle Pope shirt. Yeah, I posted a full photo of it in either Rares or Jill's. I forget which one. Maybe both. I wore it out. I got it yesterday. I wore it out to Korean barbecue with people, and they loved it. And then today I had to wear it for stream too, because that's what I bought it for, was streaming clothes. Which I try to not wear my streaming clothes out in public, but I do. So it's never my intent when I buy them, though. But my wardrobe kind of sucks, so they're slightly better. Oh, mistakes were made. How do I... I'm trying to make more of an effort to hit his front. Although I wonder if I can just beat him up in these other areas where he doesn't take extra damage. It seems a lot easier to get his legs. Because underneath him, it's only when he breathes fire. That's the only time he really seems to hit me underneath him, and avoids his tail swipe. It avoids the other attacks. And his side to side doesn't seem to hit his back legs. So if you stand like underneath that and swing, I guess when he spins around, that's when you lose like attack time. Let's see what happens. I guess that is one risk. His tail hits really hard if the swipe does hit you. I could do different bosses too, but I was kind of feeling like power-wise, there's probably not a whole lot more to gain by doing anything else, right? Like, my level already feels super high. Damage stats are high, unless I switch a weapon to like a quality thing. Weapons are effectively like +9 or 10. It could be 10, but I don't want to waste slabs on stuff. Estus can maybe go a little bit higher. I'm assuming like +1 more level. I'm thinking it probably caps at 10. But it's not like I'm gonna find new armor or something, I'm assuming, that suddenly changes the game. Or probably not finding more rings that are gonna make a difference. Unless like there's a +3 version of this Estus Flask ring. I don't think there's anything else I can use. Or a +3 version of the Fire Resist ring. So all I could really do is gain small amounts of health from levels. And I guess embers for attempts. So I have what? I did look up the soft caps just so I'd kind of have an idea, since there are the limited respec things. I guess I could get with an ember, and I added a few more hit points. 69. So I could get like 69% more health overall. That is kind of nice. But yeah, I mean that would definitely let me take another hit. Maybe I should do that. Just go get some levels and start leveling vitality more. I'm definitely overhealing. All right. I think I've convinced myself that I want to do some of the other bosses first for that opportunity for health. So we're going to switch spots and go kill another one. Not that I don't think I can do this, but I think I can do it faster and in a more entertaining manner. There's probably not much that's more entertaining than watching me die over and over. But still, I think I can do it in a more entertaining manner. I'll figure out a better way to die. So we have this, we have this. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to be fighting. I just know there's a fog door, so let's put on a crown. Let's go with this crown. And then for this last ring, let's put on, I don't know. How about this? Back to some real fashion. We'd also take the crown off. Take this off. And go with... as our friend Sigurd would say. Have some poise. We have no poise. Could also do Dex, which gives us absolutely nothing. All right. We'll do this ring, because this weapon does kind of pummel things. How did I get to this thing? I think it was from the castle. I don't remember where from here. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But we will figure it out. I think this way was the quickest. Oh, no, this is going up. This is not where we wanted to go. Mistakes have been made. Let's try this again. I think I need to go out to the courtyard and then take that elevator, and that's how I get to the shortcut. So I think the one I'm going to want is going to be, yeah, right out here. Maybe? Yes? No? Maybe? Honestly, don't remember where I am. Okay, yeah, it's this, I think. So yeah, there's that other drop-off right there. There's a slightly better way to this, and let's just have the elevator up for when we mess up. Because this is quite a run. If I remember right, the fog door is past that guy. I didn't think that guy was going to respawn either because he dropped a special item. All right. What's the boss going to be? We get a cutscene. Midir didn't have a cutscene. So it's looking like one of those mutants in Lies of P. Also, wasn't that the name of the town in DS1? No, that was Ulasil. He's just Ocelot, just like in Metal Gear. So I'm assuming this is Revolver Ocelot then. Yeah, so I didn't actually know what was back here. I just saw the fog door when I was exploring. He has better armor than Midir. Okay, steam that hurts me. Hail slashes. This guy's a real wimp so far, which means there's got to be a phase 2. Because this is sounding like something is going to appear from his dialogue. Alright, what's the phase 2 going to be? No, I'm not standing near the corpse. I've learned my lesson on that. Okay. Mist Noble has a new challenger. Really? Really? Ser- I didn't just like accidentally hard counter him or cheese him or something somehow, did I? Because that was very anticlimactic. Yeah. We'll put some gear on that is more conducive to exploring. Actually, can I get away with the other ring instead? 30.8. It's close. All right. Let's go without a ring. Or, you know what? I'll go Havels instead. So what? Stamina, human appearance, this. Way too much there. Can I do a heavier set of legs that look good? I would unfortunately realize I have to give up for any of the like later fashion. It feels like I really have to give up the Miyazaki approved stuff. It's like those don't look very good either. Those look good, but they're unfortunately plate mail. Now we're into all of the metal nonsense. Slave Knight leggings. You know what? All right. Miyazaki, I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to change my gear slightly. I know it's not his exact thing he likes, but it'll be close enough. This also might get Leo to show up. Even more so than the Metroid cartridges, which are currently on the shelf. I'm going to have to use Havels. I don't want to use Havels. All right, good enough. Actually, what's a Slave Knight top look like, if that's what the legs look like? That is way too much of a top for what I would expect here. All right, whatever. There's not going to be like a second boss, the real boss, just past this, is there? Because that's almost what I'm feeling like is going to happen. Like we're gonna get some of that Final Fantasy IV stuff. You kill Skarmoglon, and suddenly you get second Skarmoglon afterwards. Dad, I can right-click him, so he's not a friendly. He's just being a jerk. Wait, really? I take the torch down, and he attacks? Really, AI? That's how the game is played, I guess. Path of the Dragon Gesture, okay. Due to Zully the Witch videos, I do actually know what that thing does. Or maybe it was Vadi videos. Either way, lore videos have spoiled me on that item. Another campfire, okay. Items. Alright, what's the worst that can happen? Reach the untended graves. Cool. Shriving Stone. Feels similar to the Shriving Stones. I think they just undo the improvement on your weapon, right? But you can already just recast it as to something else. So why would you ever want to use that? I guess if you respec out of like one build. Crestfallen Knight. Oh, hi. Great Knight chunks, alright. I already like this area. However, I am not hitting nearly hard enough. So, maybe it's this item. Let's put on that. And I could do the one if my health is full. So I can get full health for looking around. Oh. That was not cool. Alright, so still 5 hits to kill him. I could put on the Sun Princess ring too if I want. Unfortunately, you see my look right now, it's not completely awful. It almost looks like 1970s Wonder Woman. What's her name? I forget her name. The actress, when she's doing that one. Almost looks like her with the golden bracers and the short black hair. But unfortunately, if I were to put on the regen ring, I just turn into beef jerky. The clothes don't even fit. It's like it goes from okay, whatever, to horror movie. So we can't do that. What we can do, though... Actually, you know, I've never looked at this one. It keeps me human form and a phantom. That's kind of cool. Also, graphics programming nerd in me coming out. I'm looking at this. Because like there's spots in Elden Ring I can point out too with how they're doing things and like the benefits and downfalls and stuff. One of the most notable ones is when you're looking at the armor set that is like a cloak thing around you that makes you like harder to see. certain like light sources baked in the world, if you look at like the little shimmer effect, you won't actually see the flame past it, even though other transparency sorting works. But here, though, what you're seeing, like you get like a little glow outline on your character, so it's like a outline shader built in. But then on top of that, it's also doing like light sources because it's not just the outline of your character. It looks like, so like you can really see it on the arms how the outline works. It's like if you know what normals are to a camera, you can really see that. But then you can still see like other specular highlights. It's interesting. I kind of want to remake this effect at work one day, just to do it. It's kind of cool. Anyways, human ring it is. And while I got to talk about that, we regened our health a little bit. It's almost like I planned that to kill time. I didn't because, much like what the Joker would say, do I look like someone who would have a plan? Wait, why did my attack not work on the dogs? I am not a planner, Elray. I unfortunately don't have one right now, but I am so much not a planner that I actually make a joke out of it if I were to do job interviews. Unlike that, 1 in 100 chance that someone comes up with the really stupid question of what's your greatest weakness. I always have a setup for that because I hate answering that question. And my setup for it is I have a little laminated note card that I have in my wallet that I'll pull out. Like it can be on a Zoom call, it can be on whatever, or just in person. And I pull it out and just show the interviewer, and all it says is I over prepare. And then I hope that the joke is good enough that people just sort of laugh and move on from the question. I have had it come up a couple of times. I also once just wanted to be talking in the interview, and they didn't ask me that question. So I even told them the whole thing with the hypothetical of how I prepared for it. And then they didn't use the question, and it was so sad. Oh, that thing's probably mad at me. Did I go all the way around this other side before I fight that guy? Cannot miss any loot. It is not allowed. This looks like death. All right, loot can be missed. I am struggling so hard on NPC fights. I did kill the ones in the swamp off stream, but one of them may have involved getting him stuck somewhere and pelting him with arrows by abusing pathing. I'm not saying it did. I'm just saying it may have. All right, that was not cool. That was a really fast attack. This other one, what the hell? It's going over the terrain? All right. Ball. Nope. Okay. You're dead. That's okay. I was going to start quoting Megatron from the Transformers movie as he is shooting Optimus Prime over and over and causing all sorts of repressed trauma on 5-year-olds. As he just shoots Optimus and shouting, fall, fall. Oh, he's not a friendly. All right, fine. 2 torches out that way. I think I want to backtrack here and kill those other guys. With the way this path is going, it feels to me like that other one is the dead end. I think they were right back here, maybe? Yep. Should have put on the Hawk 2 ring for this. That's fine. I'm not going to run out of ammo. I don't think. Okay, so there's still one more before I fight this thing. I'm assuming that mist is poison. Other one disappeared, it looks like. Maybe it died to the poison? Oh, there it is. Actually, it's probably... I don't know what that buildup was, because nothing ever hit me on it. Ashen Estus ring. So do I get a new... Is that a new ring? Oh. FP. I have... To this date, like, so far, I have not used a single FP potion. In fact, I've barely even used any FP. And yeah, that was it. That way was a dead end. So we killed the invader. No items there. I really do not like dark areas. I can't tell where I'm going. When I have my new monitors, I'll be able to see. It is so much darker on my screen than the OBS is showing it. My new monitors that I bought before were supposed to arrive today, and naturally they didn't. I got an email about it, and it said, hey, we'll email you when they're back in stock if you want. If you don't respond to this email within a month that you want to keep your order, we're just going to cancel it on you. So they effectively were just holding on to $2,000 for like 6 weeks for the monitors. They never delivered, which is great. I had to order new monitors today. I should have them, though, by the end of the week. Exact same brand as what I bought before. The only difference is they're about $300 more expensive between the two of them. I'm assuming tariffs, but I don't actually know why. It could also just be I got a better deal before. Who knows? Or I got off of a bad seller this time. Oh, right. I've not died, so I actually have my Ember still. Also, someone's still shooting me. What's shooting me? Something over here. What did I miss? There we go. Look at that. I've got a summon sign. I never use these. I'm still not going to use this one either. Is that Wolf? My buddy I kicked off a cliff earlier in the game? Yeah, Swordmaster. I thought he looked a lot like Wolf. How does he exist when I already killed him? Usually you can't summon something if you've already killed him. And he was hostile to start, so why would he even help me? No, I had to reload the area and I got it. Same with his clothing. Yeah, I think I bludgeoned him to death, but I might have kicked him. I don't actually remember. I think it's funnier if I kicked him. Alright, so anything back this way before we fight? Bonfires, quick ways back, anything? Nothing? Did I go down here, right? Okay. Well, we're going to be down a few flasks for this. Which means I'm at least going to take the opportunity here to regen the rest of my health. And decide if I want to change anything gear-wise for this fight. We have armor, such as it is. I could take this stuff off and wear more armor, or take it off and maybe get rid of Havels in favor of the other ring. Can I get rid of that ring? I can. So I guess I put on the Sun Princess for the moment just to speed up regen. And then what do I actually want to put on for realsies? I have more heals. I have this actually on for damage, surprisingly. Could do this for armor. George, don't be under my feet. I can switch this to another shield. I think the grass shield is heavier. Or maybe not. Yeah, like what else would I put on? My fashion stat is not being used optimally if I don't get near 30. Crown's too heavy, but we could wear this one. The cheaper crown. You don't really notice it either, so I'm fine with that. Really, George? All right. George decided he had to jump up right before the boss. Impeccable timing. All right, we'll see how it goes. This looks a little familiar. What's this? He's not activating, so I feel safe. This could be our new quality weapon. I don't know if it's any good. All right. Okay, door's locked on the other end. I think that's how it was the last time we faced one of these guys. Damn, so my timing's bad. Good to know. You know what, let's heal. Top off. We're still learning the fight. Ooh. Is this phase 2, or do you just like do something dumb for going berserk? Okay, so serious question here. This guy's in full armor, so why can I see his toes other than this being Dark Souls? I got so lucky dodging that delayed stomp. George, not right now, bud. I can only see half the screen right now, by the way, if anyone's wondering. George's tail is actually right above the boss. George, stop. Move. Stop. Really? Alright, do we have a phase 2? No? Okay. Alright, George is wanting attention. He was wanting it all fight. I love how he waited right until the middle of the fight. You can't see his... So you can see his tail there for proof that he's right here. Really? You have to do it in the middle of the boss fight? I'm taking a second to pet George and admonish him. He probably wants his midnight meal, is actually what it is. So let me feed him real quick. Come on. What's food? All right. That's what he wanted, was food. That's why he got up from napping. To actually pay attention to me for a moment. So that's 2 first bosses in a row. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, so where are we anyways? Cemetery of Ash, it said? They're different. Okay, they're different places. Let's go level real quick. So one of the things I did off stream is I leveled up the other Fire Keeper. If I don't care about sitting through this fog wall, we can go say hi to her because the only thing she does is level us. Just like the one in here. And I don't really know what her purpose is other than having been leveled. It's like she kind of got a happy ending, but not fully. But she just sort of sits in this tower now and doesn't do anything. Like, you can't talk to her, you just get a level up. All right, what did I say I was going to do? Hit points or dex? I think I'm going to do the hit points as much as I hate it. How much is the next level? 13? Yeah, we'll do it later. I think it'll take the hit points up to whatever the next soft cap ends up being. I'm assuming it's like Elden Ring, and it's actually it can't be like Elden Ring because Elden Ring is 40 and 60. So maybe it's 40. So why is my mic echoing now? That was really loud. I hope it's not peaking for anyone else. And it's just echo on my end. Is my volume right? No, my volume is actually lower than normal. So it shouldn't be an echo for my speakers. I don't know, that was really weird. Maybe something on one of my browsers isn't muted. No, those seem fine too. So I don't know. I'll try answering more stuff. Okay. Oh, I don't have my torch anymore. Maybe I should put on exploring gear again. Or at least the torch. I'll worry about the rest later. Am I still under 30? Yeah. Okay, no loot over here. That's a disappointment. That's where we came from. Nothing over there. Oh. This stuff. Wonderful. They drop embers, though. So my hatred of them is being redeemed. $2,000 souls too, which is not great, but we did get an ember, so maybe I'll just go to those with farming gear. And then I can use embers all the time. I go down here. Oh, Elray. Other thing, I finished the quest for the Purging Monument. I forget if I told you. I found out who Lap is. I have never in my life regretted not killing an NPC more. Yeah. I had some thoughts on that. Oh, I have to do this on a cliff. He fell with me. You see that? He fell with me. I did not die in vain. But now our ember's gone, which means I am way more fragile. And we don't get another ember out of it. That sucks. Oh, there he is. I knew there was one I was missing, but I didn't see him, so I thought, well, maybe he didn't respawn for some reason. I'm dead. Oh my god, how did I not die there? I didn't want to roll backwards. Alright, we'll take it. Still counts as a win. Because we get our souls back. Our ergo back, sorry. Hornet Ring. Don't I have a +3 of that? No, I guess I don't. I thought I had a... I was confusing it with the Wolf Ring. Okay. So I do get crit attacks. Not that we're ever really going to use them. Because Poise does not seem to work like it does in Elden Ring. So I don't know how to abuse it. On enemies. Just exploring side paths. Chaos Blade. Okay. Door I can't open. Enemy who's trapping me. Oh my god. How? Hi, OBC. Welcome in. I was doing Midir earlier, but then I turned around and decided to explore some other stuff. I went through King's Garden, I think it's called. Killed some guy. I don't know. His name began with an O. Was a dumb enough boss. His name isn't worth remembering. And then I did Gundyr, I think his name was here. They're both kind of not great as bosses. Midir's been much better as a boss. I just haven't. I basically just wanted to kill a few more things so I can do some off-stream exploring. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do much. But I unfortunately also just died to a knight because I wasn't paying attention. God, George, stop. Probably gonna lose my souls here. My cat just jumped on my desk again and is blocking half the screen. Do you play much Dark Souls 3, OBC? Really, George. But yeah, I think this is called what? Untended Graves or something. I do have one more boss in Lothric Castle that I discovered that I might do tonight. But maybe not. I don't know. Actually, no. I have one in Lothric Castle, and then besides Midir, there's one other one I have unlocked. I think in the DLC. I don't know what it is yet though, because I've not gone through the fog gates for either of them. I deserve that so much. He trying to roll around cliffs. Ah, okay. Yeah, I beat Freed the other night. It's a fun fight. It's been by far my favorite fight in the game so far. No reason to go this way because I already went over here. One thing I will say about Sister Freed is I don't like how the pace breaks up a bit in Phase 2. 1 and 3 were really good. Phase 2 was kind of meh. Still probably the best fight I've run into so far. Wait. This whole thing just a copy of Firelink Shrine? So can I get up here? No. I've never done the tree thing, but I know you can. How do people do that? If you even can. I've heard people do this. Like, they climb this tree to get up there. Like the Sekiro speedrun strats. Let's see. There we go. I wouldn't call I didn't think Sister Freed was easy for me yet, but again, first playthrough. I don't know the fight very well yet, but I did really really like it. Um, One of the best fights in the entire game by far. Actually, one of my I think if I do more playthroughs of this game, I can see Freed becoming one of my favorite fights ever. Yeah, the moveset was pretty good. Um, like I said, phase two I didn't like. Just I don't like how the pacing breaks up. On the time I won, it's actually kind of bothering me because the time I won, I used the summon just to clear out phase two quicker because I thought I was just going to practice phase three. And then, of all things, he unfortunately survived the start of phase three, and then Freed just got chain staggered. So it was a very anticlimactic end, but I was getting her to like 25% in phase three without any summons. So at some point, I'm going to have to actually like go back and fight her without a summon. Um, but also, I apparently did that first DLC really early. I think I was like level 50 or something, which people were telling me was very low level for it. Oh, hey, thank you for the follow. It actually just said we passed the follower goal, which is funny because it's been bouncing up and down from like I think at Artbots or something are being that 200th. So we passed it again. Um, yeah, that's a good way to do it. I don't really ever have multiplayer up. Like you can probably see here, like I don't have the signs and stuff because I don't like going through with all of like the signs people put down. Honestly, for like tips for things, like getting to figure them out. Speaking of, I didn't open the door down below, right? So if I just drop here, the door is still going to stay closed. That sounds amusing. Let's find. I think the safe spot to drop is back here, right? Yeah, I missed the ledge. Hydrate. All right, I have a big thing of water right here. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. So are these? All right, so if this whole thing is dark, is our item guy going to be here? The answer is no. Thank you for the hydrate. Do you play a lot of other Souls games, OCD or OBC? The coiled fragment here. Oh, loop. Oh, I thought it was a lizard or whatever they are. Not this. Okay, cool. I just did a first playthrough of Dark Souls 1 the other week. I do play a ton of Elden Ring though. I've done some challenge runs, but I also do a lot of speed runs for it. What does she sell? Sure. Um, so there's a couple of ways you can get through Moog. Um, I usually do any percent, so I don't really have speedrunning scripts for him that I know offhand. But my favorite weapon is I just use well, in the speedruns I use iron balls. Normally I use cold spike fist though if it wasn't going to be a speedrun. And I was not expecting a wall there. Eyes of a Firekeeper. Those sound delicious. All right, how do I get up? Anyways, what I would say for Moog, if you need an easy kill for him, a couple of things you can do. Moog has 120 stance, I believe. So if you do something that has heavies of 40 plus poise, you will stagger him in 3 hits. So if you want to stagger him, or maybe it's 80 poise, I'd have to double check. Either way, you hit him a couple times, stagger him, get your riposte. You can also start off with a shackle twice, as long as he's still in phase 1. So start with a shackle, hit him twice, he gets up, you hit regen stamina as he's standing, hit him the 3rd time, poise break him, riposte, he goes down, get a hit in on him as he's getting up, hit your shackle again, he's going to go down, you can repeat the process. For the hit you get on him, don't do a full charged heavy probably, or just make sure his poise regens a little. That will get you well into phase 2, or at least his transformation for the Nile stuff. When he does Nihil, you're going to want to make sure that your flask had the purified blood buff in it. You can use it in advance. The buff lasts for a couple of hours before it fades. So don't worry about trying to time it. Just use it at the start of the fight. That'll help you survive through it without burning a bunch of heals. And then he's just going to run around, and he's not going to have that much health. Malenia wins it hands down. Actually, no, I'm sorry. People have actually tested this by like importing the characters, and I believe Sister Freed can kill anything in the entire Souls series. I know she can kill anything in Dark Souls 3 for sure, but I think she can do the entire Souls series. And the reason is her phase 3 nuke. People usually just test against her phase 3 starting, and it does so much damage on a direct hit that it will kill anything in any of the games. Okay, so what am I supposed to be doing in here? Is it a problem that I didn't open the door? Anyways, that's a good way to do Moog. Other things with Moog is he is very susceptible to Scarlet Rot. So if you do decide to use summons, the Rot Puppy is a very good one to use because it will, you can hit him with Scarlet Rot in about 3 or 4 hits, you'll get him. The only thing is you have to tank because if Moog actually focuses on it, he will kill it. Mimic Tear is another good one. It's just the Scarlet Rot will do about 33% of his health. So it's pretty powerful. It also doesn't require you to give up a 600 hit points at the start of the fight. Not seeing anything else back here. Did I miss something at the start? All this took me to was the eyes, and then they ran around. Did I not run around the entire thing? This one, no. I have not finished the main game yet. my route, I got up to Pontiff, did first DLC, finished first DLC, then went right into the second DLC. Main game right now, I am at Lothric Castle, and whatever this is. Okay, so nothing else back here. Anyways, for Mohg, other things you can do is, although it's like he's very good at pressuring and making you think you want to make get space, you never want to actually back away from him. The safest spot in the arena at all times is right next to Mohg. Generally, no, it's all right. I kind of like doing them solo. Plus, I'm also on offline mode, just specifically so I don't get any summons or invasions or the soapstone messages. I like getting to figure it out myself. I figure it's only one first playthrough. I have plenty of times to optimize things and ruin all the bosses and know exactly where I'm going on all future playthroughs, but I can only do this once, so might as well enjoy it. There's really nothing else back there. So that one's over here. But yeah, Mohg, it's really, you just kind of learn to dodge his spear because it goes all over the, well, just goes in circles around him. You just want to dodge that. And then really that's all you do. Circles around him, dodge, and see. Did the other guy say anything? I've talked to him a couple times and he's not said anything else. But that's basically how you beat Mohg.
And the black eyes, that 'tis as if it were, we did all we could, much as mayhap of what the thin light of these eyes might reveal seemed of betray. This age's end. The eyes show a world destitute of place. So I willed myself, Lord, to lick what is thine. The eyes, so what is...
But yeah, outside of Elden Ring, I also play a ton of Lies of P, and I cannot wait for the DLC. I have let's see, don't have the raw number of hours in Lies of P that I do in Elden Ring, but I've done more challenges in Lies of P. Like I've done deathless runs. I made a couple of my own challenge runs for it.
Ashen One, are these? How gracious of thee, Ash, the very things we've... Ashen One, mothered firekeepers are not meant. These will reveal through a sliver of light. Right, a world with Ashen One, is this true?
Sure, why not?
I serve thee. This will be our private. Stay thy path. Find until the day. Ashen One, the eyes show a world, but 'tis in the far distance, like precious embers. Could this be what draws me? Ashen One, heal. I was it as all. Ashen One, heal me. I will was it as farewell.
Yeah, I've been doing it blind, so at the time at least, I've not known anything about like early dance or any of that. I just have kind of gone through whatever. Let's see. I don't think I've anything here. What are the other bosses I have available? I have so I have that DLC boss. I have the Lothric Castle boss. I have Midir. Then I have probably go back through and look through that stuff tonight, which means I don't really want to do Midir again tonight. It's getting kind of late. I just need 3,000 runes. 3,000 souls. You can tell how much I play Elden Ring because I have been doing this for weeks now with both Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. Accidentally calling everything runes or ergo. So that their armor set that thing sold, was that available here now? Doesn't look like it. No. Okay, nothing new. But I did need 3,000, I was saying. Hopefully it's just 3,000. I have done Sekiro. It's all on YouTube now. It's not on Twitch. I have my entire first playthrough on it, which I did blind. I only knew a couple of things going into it. One of the few things I knew was the Demon Bell, so I turned Demon Bell on when I did it. Went through, did the entire game 100% on stream, so all endings. Game was all right. I struggled really, really hard on Sekiro. Lady Butterfly took 122 attempts. I wrote them all down so I know exactly how long they took. 122 attempts for Lady Butterfly. 76, I believe it was, for Ishin. 74 for Demon of Hatred. She had to beat me into learning how to parry. Chained Ogre was maybe like 10. Orin was 1 or 2. I think it was 1. Miss Noble was 1, of course. I did a few of the mini bosses first try, but all of the regular bosses took a lot. Genichiro was technically 44 times. It was about 18 times or so that I first beat him, but I did not understand the mechanic for the death blow, like to trigger his cutscene. So I hit it, and then you have to like hit it again. And so I missed the death blow. I was like cheering, and then he just got up and murdered me. Something that also happened in Guardian Ape. And then after like 18, it took me to like try 42 to get Genichiro again. And then I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then like 44, I actually got him. Guardian Ape was... I did. Elffather was 40-ish times as well. Really fun fight, but I play everything keyboard and mouse. And for as good as Sekiro's like parrying and stuff is, and that part translates very well to keyboard and mouse, dodging in Sekiro does not translate very well to keyboard and mouse, and it actually hurt my hand quite a bit. Surprisingly, Demon of Hatred didn't. I had a lot of trouble reading Al's movements, so I ended up coming up with a way to just do him almost entirely dodge only, so I didn't have to worry about figuring out Mikiri or jumping his attacks. I just figured out how to dodge everything, and it unfortunately was actually very hard on my hand to try and do because I didn't remap the controls. Yeah, it took me a lot more than that. A lot more. Anyways, I am too late to start anything else, so I'm actually going to raid out right now. We are going to go raid Rare because Rare is awesome. She is doing Metal Gear Rising first playthrough right now. She said something on her stream earlier that I was thinking I wanted to give her shit over, and I don't remember what it was anymore, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to be nice when I go in there and just say hi. Rare is amazing. One of the main reasons I started streaming. Very 18 plus stream, so probably don't watch it if you're at work. Otherwise, thank you everyone for watching, rating, chatting, bits, follows, subs, lurks. I appreciate all of it. I'll be on again tomorrow at 8 Eastern. And then Sunday, I'm going to be on a little bit longer since I put my affiliate anniversary on there, as well as follower celebration. And yeah, I'll be on for that. So, oh, it's not letting me read yet. So yeah, I will see people then tomorrow. All right, one last drink. All right.